We're ranked 36th by the FIFA rankings at the moment, and Slovakia are 31st. So it's kind of in that same area, isn't it? And Northern Ireland are ranked 34th. And as I mentioned there a few minutes ago, it's Bosnia and Northern Ireland in the other semi-final. I mean, and that's the venue for that final has to be decided on Friday. So, I mean, without resorting to cliche, it feels like it's all to play for.
Yeah, it does. And they're all tricky games and they're all right, aren't they? That's the thing. Yes, they're all winnable.
But we shouldn't be afraid of these games.
Look,
they are
Tommy,
winnable, aren't
all
they?
international matches are very, very hard to win. We've seen that over again. I know we beat Gibraltar, Andorra, Liechtenstein and so on out of sight. It's become a bit more awkward. Not everyone beats them very, very handy. But when you get in above that level, it's very difficult. The managers are usually the best manager that the country can get, and he's picking the best players, and they're as well prepared as can possibly be. So there's no handy match in it. Bosnia and Northern Ireland, we would consider even to ourselves in lots of ways. But we've had the experience of Bosnia in the past, and Zeko and Pjanic in the middle of the field, and still very important players for them. Northern Ireland played them in the Nations League not so long ago and lost both matches narrowly. So they're well familiar with each other as well. But if we could beat Slovakia and get the home draw for the final,
against Northern Ireland?
Oh. Well, it could well be. I mean, Northern Ireland, I think, didn't go great for them tonight, but Northern Ireland in our recent matches with Northern Ireland, they've shown their mettle. They outplayed us, and I think it was nearly Martin's last game. They showed us how to play a bit of football. And we've seen the performances in this group have generally been very good until tonight. They've been edged out by Germany and Holland, as we expected, the Netherlands rather, as we expected, won the first 4 games, Estonia and Belarus. But Michael has a team in good shape.
And he'll still be involved, won't he? He's got a double job, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll be still around for March. But look, we've got to do the first part of it.
Yeah.
And no doubt, Mick McCarthy will be keeping his eye very
difficult,
strong eye on the other game as well.
Difficult scenario, just to conclude on this then, because we're all getting our heads around it. You're preparing for 3 or 4 months for Slovakia.
Yeah.
And you may have, 3 days to prepare for Bosnia or Northern Ireland.
But that's not unusual in international football.
Yeah.
If you think that the usual setup is you've got 2 games and 3 or 4 games, and you've always got to prepare for both of them. You prepare for the old phrase, take each game to Commons and all that. But in international football, you always have to look at the second one, because you have to have your basic preparation done, the analysis done. That will be done by those that do the analysis in advance and prepare in Republic of Ireland, saying it'll be Ger Dunn. He'll be getting all the analysis and all the matches that they'll have played previously and bringing them down. So,
it's much easier for Mick to get a handle on it now, isn't it? To see the teams, to see what games they've played and how they've done it. It is much easier to get a handle on it, yeah.
He won't be able to go and see a match of the opposition. That is one thing that you can't do now, because there'll be no friendlies before then.